Hey, what's going on? Yeah, this is John Ryan, Coffee Talking Tech. Yeah, it's me. I'm here for reals, Art. Kind of excited today. I wanted to come on here and I wanted to talk a little bit about the update for the Rodecaster Pro 2. It's here, people. It's here. The submixes are here. And that's what I've been asking for like so long was, can we get submixes? Because this is, it's got the routing. Can we get the submixes? And this would really be a nice game changer for the Rodecaster Pro 2. And so I uploaded the beta, and it's 1.08 beta firmware, and it's got the submixes in there. And there's some things I kind of really like about it and some things that aren't like perfect, but I like them for the most. How you doing, Tech Troublemaker Roy? How you doing? What's up, Art? So right now, what's up, Tommy? So I'm really excited about this because I don't know, unless you're a streamer, you don't really know how important like submixes are. And I've had them in other streaming softwares, and not in the streaming software, audio interfaces like the Wave XLR has the submixes, so you can control what's in your headphones and then what's going out to your stream. And I think that's really important. And then I did a video recently, of course, on the Lewitt Connect 6. And this came out just about 2 months ago, month and a half. And this had submixes built right into this. And I was like really impressed by that. And that was one of the things that I was really impressed by, was that the submixes were there. And so now the Rodecaster comes out with a beta update. They did change a few other things in there too, but they're really nothing is really as much as important in this whole beta update than this with the submixes. And so there was a couple things that changed, and you'll notice some of those things when you go flying around and checking some other things out. One of them, which caught me by surprise because I'm like, what's wrong with this, is that you can control the outputs. And if you have stereo speaker monitors, that you could, if there's any volume coming out of there and your mic is on, it will not play. But if your mic is muted, it would automatically let you play from your speaker monitors. And it didn't matter where the slider was, but now it's changed. Now your slider actually has to be all the way down, even when it's muted. So it's muted and all the way down, and then it affects it. So there's a couple little things that are there that are, need to be changed. But that's it. What's Tommy saying here? I want to be able to talk to a co-host during the countdown. Yeah. Oh, it's just me. It's just me, John Ryan. Tech for your needs. Thanks for stopping in. And I kind of want to go over this. Let's get rid of this thing. This feels like a little blocky in here. So let's get rid of this right now. And I want to just go in and show you. I really didn't plan for this. I was just kind of excited that this was the update that was there. And so if you've never been here and you're just checking out this stream, and I didn't really give it any time for anybody to jump in, but it's kind of like a big deal. And so my name's John Ryan, and I've been live streaming for about 2 years, and I've used just about every audio interface there is that has audio routing. And let's just say I was a little disappointed, and I did a little bit of a reason why with a live stream a few months ago of what I thought this Rodecaster should be already with for the streamers. And it's taken a few months, and I'm just happy that these submixes are here. It's a little clunky, I think, the way this interface operates with the submixes. I think it could be a little bit easier and smoother, but everything works, and you can have separate submixes for each headphone, each output, each USB channel. So all those things mean a heck of a lot if you're a streamer. And so you're going to probably wonder, well, what does this look like? And the cool thing is of course, before you even get this beta firmware, which you have to go and send your email into Rode. So if you do have a Rodecaster Pro 2, you might want to go and just go to their website. You send them an email. They send you the beta process of what you got to do to be in the, beta testers. Because basically, betas, they're not a full firmware. You might have some glitchiness, and there might be some firmware updates before it becomes a final real firmware. And I didn't mind that because I thought this was awesome. So I'm so happy that there is Submixes in here. And so I'm going to show you what this looks like really quick when you when you're going straight out to download and update the software, okay? Because you have to update the Rodecaster software, and it has these submixes right in here also. So if you go and check out all these channels, this is my custom setup, and this is in routing, right? So you could go here, this is your display, these are your outputs up here, and then to the right is just your basic system, right? But in your outputs, then you would choose your routing, and then it would be, what do you want to route? So over here, you can route your headphones 2, headphones 1. You can route that that USB, or the other 2. So it doesn't matter. For me, what becomes a big deal, I think, is your headphones. Because sometimes if the music's going out or something else might be going out, you just don't want that loud in your headphones. And then another big play is that if anyone's going to use this for streaming, or even if a gamer wanted to use this, they're going to want to have those submixes in there, because they're going to want their Discord to be down so they can hear it and they can keep playing and enjoy. It just makes, it's now finally making the Rodecaster an all around useful, streaming setup. So, and for musicians and for podcasters, it just makes it that much more worth for everything, right? I mean, there's no doubt about it. So how's Tommy doing? How's Roy doing? And sometimes it is better, sometimes the beta is better. And they might not change anything here. And the way Rode operates is they do basically do a good job with their, everything that they do as far as updating stuff. So I would hope that maybe they're not going to update too much, but you never know what bugs might occur. So, they're just keeping their eye out there for what the feedback is from everybody. But if you go into here, this is kind of going to replicate what is on the Rodecaster itself. So if I have this software up though, and I want to make any changes in any of these things, I could pull it right from here, and I can also delink this channel and then link it, or even turn it off, like I just muted it and just X'd it out. So if you go in here, and I got my music playing right now through this channel, I could make adjustments in my ears, or I could make adjustments to your output, and it's going to replicate also and follow if I go to the hardware item and then move it up and down. See how that's moving in the software? So that's pretty cool. But then also in the setup yourself, in the Rodecaster Pro 2 itself, you have the software. And basically, if you were home, then you would go to outputs, and this sucker is not as clear as I'd like it to be. That's a little bit better. I just tapped on it. And then you would go to the routing, and then it's the same thing. You can route, and you can choose anything that you want to route out. So if it's just the easy thing of going to your headphones, it's going to replicate what's going out up here. So we see my mic on 1, 2 is my second mic, and then I have my USB mixes, and then I have the sound pads over here. And so if you want the sound pads louder or quieter, you can do all that stuff. See, my sound pads are all the way over there. I can see that chirping, and then what does it look like in the software? There it is. So it's really cool, and I think it's really important that we finally have this, and I'm pretty stoked about it. And so I'm gonna master some of this, these little things, and get better at it. And then I'm gonna be able to have this software open at the same time, and then I can make the changes either in the software or I could make it in the on the Rodecaster itself. But usually once you set those, you know, the settings, the submixes, you usually don't have to go back and change them. And so that's what I'm saying is go in there, make your changes how you like your stream. Now we have another reason to really think that this Rodecaster is really catching up to par and being to par of what it was supposed to be. And so far, I'm really happy with everything in the Rodecaster, but this was a big deal to me. And I got, you know, about 3 thumbs down on the live stream when I talked about how I was really disappointed. Did I say that this would be something that I wouldn't buy at this point? No, I never said that, because for what this system and this setup does, the Rodecaster Pro 2, is just simply amazing for the price. And the same goes for a lot of things that I suggest to, you know, my community, because I'm looking to give you guys some of the best stuff to be successful. And the Rodecaster Pro cost a good amount. I've seen it on sale for around $650 right now in some places. I actually picked mine up for less. I got a return unit from Sweetwater. They give me a 2-year warranty, and I got it for less than that. And that was months ago. And then, but I talked about this, right, which is the Lewitt Connect 6, and this is $300. This has built-in DSPs. This has audio routing, and this also has submixes. And the DSPs built into this is another huge plus for a lot of people. For $300, that would be a huge, like, awesome thing to have as a content creator. And then also, you guys know, and I've done enough videos and talking about the lot in live streaming about the Wave XLR or any of the Wave products. The Wave software is so intuitive and so effective. And I really like that setup. And then being able for a lot of people to add VSTs is incredibly powerful, right? Because for the money, when you're talking about a Wave XLR or a Wave 3 even, you know, you're talking in the range of $150. And at that point, for a single person setup, now something like the Lewitt is the reason I think this is so great is because I can plug my speakers in here too, my stereo monitors, and I can plug in 2 mics, and these are combo jacks just like the Rodecaster. So we got a lot of good things going on with audio interfaces, but the main reason I'm on tonight is because of what Rode has done with this software. They've gone and added the submixes, and you can have custom submixes for other people's headphones if you're doing a podcast and you want to make sure that certain things don't go out to them but they come to you, like if you had a producer or something in the background, they would be cut out. Or if you just want to not have them hear certain things, and it could be numerous things. It could be Zoom, Skyping. There's so many different things that you could use this stuff for, and it just makes everything that much more controllable all the way around for the consumer, which is us. So I hope that you realize that this is a big deal for Rode, and it was something that should have really been there since day one. And I tried to say that the routing was supposed to be there, and it wasn't. And then finally they put the routing in shortly after. And when the routing was put in, I believe with beta 1.07, I ran out and bought the Rodecaster. It was time for me. So I went out there, purchased my Rodecaster Pro 2, and then, because what I said in the last stream was, if they're gonna put the routing menu system into the Rodecaster. It was just a matter of time before they were going to bring the submixes in. And I'm sure there's going to be other updates also. And you can't lose for the price point that the Rodecaster's at. And other than that, I'm really happy with it. And it's a great tool to have for live streaming. And that's all that's important in this stream. And if anyone's out there still watching, I just want to say thank you for always supporting my channel and stopping by and saying hello. It's been great. I hope everybody's doing well and keeping busy. The holidays are right around the corner, and I hope you're all excited about it. And if you have anything on your list that you're thinking about, what is it? Let me know. Is there something on this list that you're looking to have for the holidays, maybe for your streaming setup or your YouTube setup? Let me know. So, yeah, I mean, the Rode is really great with their updates. And the way they built the Rodecaster with the processor inside and as powerful it is, they'll be able to do updates for a long time that won't exceed the power of the Rodecaster. And I mean, if you haven't ever had the old Rodecaster, you might not know, but it is literally night and day in the difference in the quality of the preamps and the headphone preamps. I would say that the preamps for the mics are really good, and I'm really happy with it. I wouldn't say that the headphone preamps are great, but they're leaps and bounds better than they were. So in that note, there's not much to be disappointed with. And I really don't think that anyone would say that the Rodecaster isn't something that would be useful for them when it came to live streaming or your YouTube setup or podcasting for that matter. Because a lot of people now, if they're doing a podcast, they can also do a live stream at the same time. Or just take note, you could take this Rodecaster just like you could the first one, and you can plug this into a USB power bank, and then take this with you and do, interviews in different locations. It is possible with the Rodecaster. And so knowing that it is as versatile as it is, that's where it really hits home for a lot of people. And there's not a ton of things that are really exceeding the limit when it comes to good quality sound and being able to give you routing and submixes and etc. There's only a handful of things out there, and we're all using them, guys, right? And so a lot of people are giving the feedback into Rode and just letting them know what we think of the product, and they're listening. And that's what shows how a great company is that they're listening to the feedback and they make changes. And this is something Rode has done for a long time. And this is why they have such a strong base in the creator, community, is that they're always out there improving, answering, backing up their products, and things like that. And it goes a long way and shows a lot about a company, because when they build that trust factor, just like anything else, then it shows that, their products, when you purchase them, you can trust a lot what it's doing. But what I've noticed is that, when it comes to streaming, and I've done much more streaming than a lot of people, is how good is that product for streaming? And because I've done so much streaming and I've had so much experience with a lot of different audio interfaces in the short time that I've been streaming, which is 2 years, it's basically, I can tell you whether or not what's falling short in the product. And when everybody was running to go grab this, I wasn't running to grab it because I felt like they were a little slow with things. And I guess they were a little slow and they were a little quick with the release. And a lot of content creators were like, oh, this is a great product. No, it wasn't that great for streaming. And that's what a lot of us are all doing. And so it was a great product for YouTube, and it was a great product for podcasting, and so was the old one, for that matter. But we needed improvements for streaming. I mean, someone had to step it up, you know. Other companies out there were pushing all the routing 2 years ago, and this needed to have it. And so when the routing got there, and that was in the menu, it was a calling. I knew it was going to happen. I knew eventually Submixes would come after it because that was left out. And I was like, there's no way you can leave Submixes out. And so I knew that people would be screaming for that. And they did. Rode listened. And now we have a product that's pretty damn good all the way around. What's going on, Dr. ELL? Thanks for stopping in, man. How you doing? Look at that. Look at that picture of him with those sunglasses on. God, you look like a freaking superhero. You know, I need like pictures like that. Can I get some pictures like that? But I hope everybody's doing good, and I hope you can understand. If anyone has any questions about any of those types of things, you know, reach out to me. I have an email and I have an Instagram, and you can DM me. It's Coffee Talk and Tech. You'll find my mug there. You know what I look like, and we can go from there. It's I haven't dove into this this whole beta update to see a lot of the differences. One of the other main thing that I heard was in here is when you choose, I think, the USB 1 for the output. Don't quote me, it's one of them, but I think it's USB 1 in something like StreamYard or another streaming service. Now it's stereo, I believe. And so you have, if they're capable of giving you a stereo output, it will now go out in stereo versus the mono of what it was. And I think that's another cool, really cool update, because, I mean, who doesn't want to hear people in stereo? And now it offers that. So, and there's definitely some little updates that I've noticed, some other things that I found, and I'm going to dive into a couple other things. And then they took care of a bunch of bugs that were there that I haven't had any bugs with anything that I have used yet with this. I don't know if that's the same for everybody else. And, you know, I know that I did have a little bit of trouble getting into the stream just the other day because it didn't offer all the options in Chrome, but that could be a Chrome issue. I haven't had an issue with me streaming and having a pick anything like that. And so I've used it on other platforms that were web-based, and I didn't have any problems with using it on any of those. So for the most, it's been pretty good. And I don't think anybody else has had too much of a problem with it either. And there's not much info of anyone, you know, overwhelmed by anything, and a lot of issues. There were a couple issues I believe where people updated their firmware and it froze up and they weren't able to fix it. But from all the information I have is that Rode came out there and backed them up and helped them out with that. So, which is another great thing to know that they're doing that. So other than that, guys, you got your Rode software you have to update first. And once you download and update that, and you have every separate thing that you can go in and route here. And I have a custom routing, and this is where I choose to have my setup with all my faders. And so basically, if it's 1 and 2 mics in the front, and then I have my USB channels that I can route in here. And then I have my sound pads over here. I don't ever use the Bluetooth, so I leave that unused. And at this point, I don't have any problems with everything that I'm using. So that's about it. So I hope everybody's doing well. And that's all I have to say about the Rodecaster. I'm pretty happy with it. So, and I hope everybody's doing well during the holidays. And this is the first time I streamed in a while. And when I jumped on here, I gotta admit, It was a little nerve-wracking because it's to think, that you haven't done much in a long time and then you jump back in here. It was a little crazy. But what I've been doing is, even when I come in and I do a stream and it's about a topic that a lot of people are interested, like, when I did with the Lewitt Connect 6 and then the Rodecaster stream I did before, it's getting a bunch of views. So even if I don't have people in here right now, a ton of people, like there's 5 people in, I'm still getting 300 views on the live stream. So, because people are looking for this information, and more than anything, also, I'm really excited about this because it's a big deal. So I can't complain, but I'm enjoying it, and I can't say more than that, to tell you the truth. And look at this. Here's a new person that I came across that has a YouTube channel, and it's my nephew in Florida. They started a YouTube channel about fishing, and he's just getting started, and he's getting his feet wet. Isn't that what you say when you have a fishing channel? But yeah, it's awesome. He started a channel. He's basically just using his phone and an old GoPro, and they go out in the Gulf of Mexico fishing, and he's trying to learn the tech and try to learn editing and everything, and I'm really proud of him. Keep going with that. Keep going with that, Sebastian. And then you keep plucking away and getting better, and make your improvements, and you're gonna gain subscribers. That's for sure. And good luck with that. But that's about it. And you know me, I could stay on here and chat forever about a bunch of different things, and talk about a bunch of different things. But I'm gonna try not to take up too much time, and I'm gonna go back upstairs and see how the family's doing. It's getting close to the holidays, and my birthday's there too, so feel free to, send me a card if you want. Just put Coffee Talk and Tech. You don't even have to add an address. It just gets to me. I'm like Santa, where basically if you put Santa, it goes to the North Pole. Just put Coffee Talk and Tech, New Jersey, and then it just comes to me. It's crazy how it works, but kind of does. But hey there, we got another Florida person in the house. It's great to see. Chris, how you doing? Thanks for stopping in. Thanks for all the updates when crazy things were going on in Florida. I was always checking my Facebook to see how everybody was, and you're always updating how the conditions were, and I'm glad that you guys escaped everything. And because it was scary. I had family down there too that was trying to avoid a lot of the craziness. So thanks, man. And then we have Tech for Your Needs. He's saying, it's nice when you see our loved ones creating. Oh, it really is. Or your friends, your loved ones, anybody. First of all, you just know, they have to be a little crazy to be on YouTube, because it's hard work. It's hard work. But if you're doing it about something you love, it just makes it that much easier, right? And the great thing is, it's awesome when you're starting and you're like, there's no pressure. And I think that's, as you learn and you go, you're going to try to put pressure on yourself to get better, but you just got to take the steps. You don't have a choice but to learn at a certain pace and not overwhelm yourself. And that's the key, is not to get overwhelmed with this, and you just keep on enjoying what you're doing, and enjoy YouTube, man. Don't let it beat you up. Enjoy it, learn, and then just keep on going. It's we talked about this the other day, that it's a marathon, and it really is. It's not a race that you can win in 2 seconds. It takes time. But yeah, the same goes to you, Tommy. I actually I talked to J.A. Smith quite a bit, and we were asking how a few people were doing, and your name came up, and we were wondering how you were doing. And I know I checked in on you a while ago, and just we do think about certain people and how everybody's doing, and we do miss live streaming. And for me, getting on here, it's a love that I do have. But honestly, this year has been a very busy year. I always wish I could do more. It's just that family comes first. The things that I'm trying to do come first. And then when I feel good, like everything's going the way I want with certain things, I'll definitely produce more stuff and get things out a lot more than I am now. But the things that I'm getting out, they're really connected to the community and live streaming, and there's a connection there where people see some of the stuff they're not finding anywhere else. Sometimes I talk about stuff that not a lot of people always talk about, and it's not very popular, doesn't get a lot of views, but to me it's kind of important to talk about some of the stuff we talk about, or info that will help people to grow on their YouTube channels, and et cetera, et cetera. Yeah, no, I do, Tommy. I do stay in touch with him. He actually is just getting over being sick, and with him and his wife, but they're doing well. And yeah, I do. Every couple weeks we get on the phone. Sometimes we talk for an hour. We talk for 2 hours. But yeah, we do. We do stay in contact a lot. And then missed you. Oh, in Roy's. It was Roy's, and oh yes, and the beard guy and Tommy. Oh, he's talking about Tommy. I'm lost. But yeah, I miss it too. I miss it. So what are you saying here? Oh God, I miss the streams and streaming, but your TikTok game is strong. So yeah, if you want to go and see the goofy side of me that's out of control and can pretty much care less about what I'm doing on YouTube, go over to Coffee Talk and Tech on TikTok. Yeah, I do still make connections over there with my YouTube a bit, but it's really about, hey, I kind of feel like it's about making fart videos on TikTok, to be honest with you. So that's what I'm doing, and it's a goof over there, that's for sure. So, but we're having fun. I wish more people would just talk about what they want and how they truly feel versus the YouTube wants. It would make it more enjoyable, a YouTube channel, in my opinion. But I'm not the majority, I guess. I don't know. You know, I think there's traction for that, and I think that, you know, I don't say what everybody wants to hear all the time. That YouTube is hard, and there's certain ways to approach things, and a lot of time, I said this in a stream the other night, and I kind of felt like bad, but you kind of feel like, because everybody's trying to start a group and have a community, you have to be careful of where you expend your energy. You know, there's only so much time in a day, and if you're just sitting there doing YouTube, you're not living life either, and it's important to balance those things as best as you can. And for a year and a half, I was burning the candle, especially the last year. I mean, I was live streaming a lot of hours, and I was doing a lot of hanging out and seeing people live stream too, which was all a learning process. Don't get me wrong. It helped me a lot to know what to look for and what to improve on and all those types of things. But we'll see how it goes. I just think that you have to be careful, and you have to work on the stuff that you need to improve. And you can't go and put all your energy into a bunch of other people, and then when you come back to your projects, you're falling apart, and then no one has the time to really back you up a ton either. There's not going to be a lot of people that are going to go and lift you up every day and check on you here and there. There'll be a handful, and it's just the way life is. Everybody's busy, and you just got to take care of yourself too. And you should come first. Otherwise, you won't be making the improvements and the progress that you want. And that's important. I need to post some Christmas lights video soon. Yeah, remember last year in my stream, I walked down the street and I showed the Christmas lights of the guy next door. This is the first night, actually, that his Christmas lights are on, and they're pumping away, man. And the police put the signs out in the street and everything, and no turning around in the street, no parking on half the street. Yeah, it gets real busy right on my block. But it's fun. I don't think that guy could do it forever either. He's like 81 years old. I honestly don't know how he has the energy to just do what he does. I mean, it's crazy, but it's pretty impressive too at the same time. But yeah, I mean, if there's nothing else really to chat about, I'm probably going to cut this loose. I want to thank everybody who stopped in and said hello, and you know, just let me know. Let me just say I miss streaming as much as I did, and I miss a lot of you guys. Hey, Sammy, how you doing, brother? Nice to see you, man. I know it's a surprise. It's not a common thing, and a lot of times when I do this stuff, I know I should have something up for like 5 days, and this way I can have people follow me on the stream and etc. But it just doesn't ever work out like that for me, and so it's last second, throw something up, and I'm excited about it anyway. So I like to talk about it. It's not really a big deal to me. And so if you can, hit that like for me if it kind of helps me out, and I'd really appreciate that. And you guys can always reach out to me for anything. You know where I can be found. It's in my email, in YouTube, or you can go over to Instagram and send me a message. And now I'm on TikTok, as Art has told everybody. So the TikTok thing is just a goofy kind of bunch of fun with a little bit of, hey, I do YouTube too. So we'll see how that works out. But yeah, that's basically the whole nutshell of how I'm doing and what I'm doing. And I'm enjoying it. I'm getting a few other things tuned into my studio, and kind of having fun. And the holidays are around the corner, and my son's excited. And why wouldn't you be when you're 11 and Christmas is around the corner? So if he's watching me and he's still up, what time is it? Should he still be up? No, he's definitely not up. It's 9:50, so he should be in bed sleeping already. All right, guys, much love to everybody. Thanks for hanging out with me and chatting it up. I appreciate that. And I'll see you all soon. You know where I am if you ever need me or reach out for anything. I appreciate and miss you all. And we'll do this again soon. So have a great night, and I'll talk to you again.